Okay, and we have a short gaming segment on today's podcast, and it's just Sony's latest announcement last week about their new PlayStation Plus that's launching. TLDR, PlayStation Plus is launching. They're going to have a lot more games, but they are not going to have day one releases like of their first party titles like Xbox. So
Is it Game Pass though?
that's what I said. Like,
Is it like Game Pass? Yeah.
it is like Game Pass in the sense that there's a lot of games that you can finally play on PlayStation Plus. Like the library is much bigger, but they're not committing to day one first party releases, which is one of the big pulling points or one of the big strengths of Xbox Game Pass was that if you're a Game Pass member and the next Halo comes out or the next Forza comes out, you have it day one. Microsoft's not trying to extract more money out of you, but Sony is a firm believer in those day one, day two, day three sales of their games, first party games. So if they have a first party God of War title or a first party, Sony really wants to have those first party sales, and I think it's a big part of their software sales strategy. And they are not willing to make that commitment of first-party games being available on the subscription service because maybe it's just a lack of confidence of how much the subscription service will sell. But the other sort of main reason now that I think about it is that the Xbox Game Pass is multi-platform in the sense that it supports all Windows PCs. Like it's up to you whether you have a GPU. Right. It's up to you whether you have a GPU or not. So the target market for the Xbox Game Pass is much bigger than the console market, right?
That was always going to be a thing, right? So Xbox, Microsoft, Windows, PlayStation's not even competing in the PC space anyway. So they didn't need to get into it. I mean, it's going to confuse people if they start doing that. And their games are mostly not designed, or at least their exclusives are not designed to be compatible with PC anyway. So
but here's the thing: they have multiple tiers, just like Xbox Game Pass. They have the basic, and then they have the ultimate versions that allow for like more titles or more. Streaming is available on PlayStation Plus Premium, which is the highest tier. But the idea in the premium version is you get the back catalog. Over streaming, like you get the PS3, PS2, which again, PlayStation has a big nostalgia factor working for them. I would argue more than Xbox in that sense. But if I paid for the highest tier of PlayStation Plus, like there should have been a super high premium tier which guaranteed first day access to the first party titles. As soon as they're on launch. I think personally that's what I think.
But what's stopping them from doing that? What do you think is stopping them from doing that?
Exactly what I said. I believe they don't think that their target subscription base size is big enough for them to recoup the costs that they may lose out on those day one, day two, day three sales. Their first party studio library, the number of studios that they have is much smaller than Microsoft, right? Microsoft just turned into this absolute giant after the Activision and then Bethesda plays that they did, right? Like they just opened their bank account and threw money in acquiring both Bethesda and Activision. And as a result,
Activision, including all the different sub brands like King and everything else.
100%. And the moment they did that, Xbox Game Pass suddenly became so compelling. And I don't know how much money they're
Game Pass.
Yeah. Go ahead.
They're just expanded, right? So I just looked at an article saying that they've expanded PC Game Pass to even more countries, making it more available. So you got Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam. So all these South Asian countries who now are a completely new segment of audience for Game Pass.
Yeah.
I think people are going to appreciate that.
Not only that, but they also expanded their third-party offerings. So they I don't know. So they started with EA, right? So EA Play became a part of
Right.
got bundled with the Xbox Game Pass. So obviously there's some kind of revenue sharing or some kind of agreement that happened between Xbox and EA. But they also got Ubisoft into the game. Now, Ubisoft Plus is also now available on Xbox Game Pass, which means you get Siege and Extraction and a bunch of other Ubisoft Plus games now on Xbox Game Pass. I'm telling you, man, for what was the amount? 340, 350 a month? And especially if you're if you're a PC gamer, this is a no-brainer, man. As long as you are not very keen on being a physical collector of games and you would like to monetize your game collection by taking it forward into the secondary market, the secondary sales market, which arguably in India, I don't know even how big that is or how much money you can make selling your game discs. Here. Yeah, they have CEX, and there are, especially in some of the bigger tier cities, there are active game swap and game.
Communities are there.
Communities are there in India, but
I mean that was always the thing with digital games, right? So a lot of people I know are refraining from doing digital purchases on two levels, right? One is with these first-party digital platforms, right? So if you're trying to buy something off of Sony directly, or if you're trying to buy something off of the Xbox store. So a lot of these are not marked down in price forever. Like a lot of the AAA titles never come down in price, digital. But if you look at the same thing as a physical disc on even your Amazons and everything else, just firsthand, I'm not even talking about the used market at this point.
Yeah,
talking about just the disc itself is going to be marked down quite often, right? So you are going to get a deal by buying a physical copy of the game. So a lot of people are reticent to buy the digital copies just because of this whole resellability factor. I know there are people who collect them and everything, but personally, I would just why?
I mean, again, the cost benefit analysis. We were talking about this in the previous podcast, which was like your average AAA title that you want to buy on release in India is going to cost you 4,000 rupees in India, right?
Well, for PS5, yes.
Yeah, for PS5. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what that amount. Like, if you wanted to buy Halo Infinite or Forza Horizon in India right now, I don't know what that cost is. But the question is, how does that cost compare to paying 349 rupees 12 times? And then having access to 400, 500 games, including that AAA title. Come on, it's a no-brainer at that point.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, we're not really comparing apples to apples at that point. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Microsoft has that ability to leverage both its user base as well as its extensive library of first-party games, because it assimilated all of these developers to have this amazing subscription model that cannot be undercut by price. Yeah, I mean so the point is to hook the people in and then gradually increase the price, right? Obviously, because Xbox Game Pass.
No, for sure. I mean, no, for sure. It's the whole Netflix thing again, right?
So Netflix, Amazon Prime. This is the general subscription.
Bring them in, and then when they get hooked,
and then they can't live without it, they increase the prices. Yes, absolutely. Exactly. Yeah, I'm just hoping it doesn't go above the price of one AAA title per month.
They're gamifying the game purchasing experience, getting people hooked.